What's up everyone, Taki here, and welcome to my brand new series called Casual PvM. Before we get started, let's go over some of the rules of this new series. Number 1, each episode will feature 3 bosses. Number 2, I must obtain a unique drop from a boss before I can switch to a new boss. Number 3, I must try to complete group bosses with subscribers when possible. This came from a viewer suggestion from one of my last videos. Number 4, the first person to comment on an episode gets to pick a reasonable boss for the next episode. Number 5, boss drops will be used as equipment upgrades. I cannot buy any armor or weapons that I didn't already own before starting the series. Finally, this is not really a rule, but I'm going to try to sprinkle in humor when possible in these episodes. And first up, we have Dagannoth Kings with a kill count of 27 and 1 unique item. I went to the boss in tier 70 equipment because I wanted to use this as a time to make a guide for low-level players, so my kills at the beginning of this run were not that fast. The drops aren't that bad. They could be a little bit better, but this is geared towards low-level players.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Making my bitch has been ruining my life.
I'm not going to say that I got a little bit too confident at this boss, but Prime had my number the whole time I was here, and this kill was bullshit. Nice! The first unique drop. And it's one that I didn't have already. The Warrior's Ring. They're only worth 23k now. The collection. Got 2 of the rings so far. I'm going to keep going with this. Just got a duplicate Warrior Ring drop.
2 hours later.
Yes, finally I got another item. Yes!
Oh my god, yes! Thank God. I am getting the fuck out of here. Let's go. Leave now, leave now, leave now. Get out of here. So you can see that in the time that I was here, kind of made a little bit over 3 mil. It's not the worst. Obviously not the best. It's definitely better than the boss that came after this. Next up, we have King Black Dragon with 37 KC and no unique items. Now the award for my all-time least favorite boss is going to go to the King Black Dragon, in part because his drops are just utter garbage, and it just uses way too much supplies for being a low-level boss. This is definitely a boss that I wish that I would have done in a mass of some sort. Now I'm not including the journals as a unique drop for this boss, so I have to get either the head, the pet, or the Dragon Rider armor, and now all of those have a really high, or I mean a relatively low drop rate for, you know, how fast you can possibly kill these in an hour, especially if you're not a high level. I'm not using the best equipment in the world, but I do have a Nox bow, so he's going to get melted a little bit. I did switch a little bit from time to time to try to keep things interesting. I did a little bit of range. I did a little bit of I don't think I did magic. I did a little bit of range, did a little bit of melee. Kind of got bored a little bit halfway through, just started doing like really dumb shit. Now, this boss took me hours to get the drop. Hours. I was going insane fighting this fucking boss, and I really don't plan on coming back to this boss unless it is in a mass, because it was just mind-numbing to fight this guy over and over again. Now I debated if I should include this in the video, but I got the Constitution pet while I was fighting the King Black Dragon, and it was actually very exciting.
Yes!
Woohoo! I'll take that. So far I've unlocked the Slayer, Woodcutting, and now the Constitution pet, which I think looks the best out of the 3. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm so done with this boss. Alright, get out of here. And the luck of the doors helped me again. Alright, so this was probably around 5 or 6 hours, so this is not really good money. I kind of made the wrong choice to go to this boss from the last one, because that was a lot better. I think from here, I'm probably going to do KBD, just because I want to actually start turning a profit from this, and I'm relatively close to 99 range. Next up is Queen Black Dragon with 17 KC and 3 out of 12 collection. The good thing is that I'm no longer wasting money on instance fees. And the first chest, 117k, not too bad. I'm gonna take the food. Now besides Araxor, QBD is actually one of my favorite bosses to kill. It used to be one of my favorite bosses to kill when I would do it more actively, but I'm so used to doing this on my main where I can ignore all of these mechanics with Soul Split that I just kind of like do a lot of stupid shit like run into the fire or run adjacent to the fire, so that way I'm just getting hit multiple times. I also have to get into the swing of things of taking out the Tainted Souls with the right mechanic, because eating those 1.4k hits was actually pretty bad, especially since I was doing this with welfare food like monkfish. I don't know why I did that. I just had a surplus of monkfish in my bank and I didn't want to use expensive stuff, so I just decided to go that route. One of the best parts about this boss is just the consistency of the drop. You know you're going to get somewhere around 100k every single time you kill it. It seemed like every time I got a little bit too confident and tried to push the DPS with Death Swiftness, instantly I would be in the wrong part of town. Okay, we got the 4th journal, but again, that's not going to count as a unique drop. Ooh, nice reward. Nice. I just got the first drop from this boss, the Royal Bolt Stabilizer. The money's really good at this boss, so I'm going to try to get at least another rare drop from QBD before the end of this episode. I just found out that I've been killing this stupid thing with a dark bow for this entire time and I didn't even know. Oh. Cancer, 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 cancer.
Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did.
That's the first time I've died at this boss in a very, very long time. Very sloppy. 154k. And we got another rare drop. I think I'm gonna go for another piece before I call this one quits. For this part, I'm just kind of speeding up through some of the drops that I had towards the end. I was actually pretty surprised at how much money I made with how slow my kill speeds were. Alright, and that's another piece of the Royal Crossbow. So at this point, I think that I'm going to end episode 1. In this episode, we got to 192 KC at Dagannoth Kings, and our collection is now 4 out of 10. At King Black Dragon, we are at 291 KC with 1 out of 8 collection. And finally, with Queen Black Dragon, we're at 36 kill count and 6 out of 12 collection. That's all for this first episode. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, Taki out.